Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm back with another Road to CCNA video, and in this video we covered TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol, and FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Now, while both of these protocols are used to transfer files to and from a server over the network, there are a lot of differences between the two. Starting with TFTP, so TFTP uses UDP port 69. Now, UDP is a connectionless protocol, but TFTP uses the lockstep communication. So there is an acknowledgement message sent with every little bit of data that's transferred. But overall, TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol, for a reason. It doesn't have a lot going on with it. It's just quick, fast, not a lot of overhead, no authentication, no encryption. Yeah, it just kind of gets the job done at the minimum level, which is transferring files to and from a server. Now, FTP, File Transfer Protocol, this one runs on TCP port 20 for data, 21 for control, and this one can do everything that TFTP can do and more, such as directory listing. It can add and delete files, also edit them. On top of that, FTP does support authentication, does not support encryption, but there are options for that with FTPS, which is FTP over SSL or TLS. But yeah, overall, more reliable of the two, mainly used for websites and large file transfers. And yeah, that's about everything we covered in today's lesson. Besides the configurations we're about to put to use in this lab right here. So let's go. Starting with 1, configure the appropriate IP addresses on each device. Configure routing on the routers to allow full connectivity. So we're going to assign the IP addresses to the correct interfaces. And by configure routing, I'm assuming they mean like I'm about to assign OSPF to all of these. So the routers can have connectivity with each other. Okay, so I just assigned the IP address to interface G01, 10.0.0.254, and then correct subnet mask, no shutdown command. Now it is up and running. Okay, now I just did the same thing on the G00 interface. Correct subnet mask because this is a /30 or point-to-point network, no shutdown. Now for the next one, I'm doing the same thing for the G00 interface on R2 now. And now that just brought that up. Link lights are green. Okay, a little messy, but let me walk through what I did. So I set up OSPF on interface G00 and G01. I tried to do the IP OSPF passive interface up here, but I ended up doing it down here. I did passive interface default, then no passive interface for G00. Now, why did I do that? Well, we don't have another router over here, so we don't need to send extra hello packets out of here. So, yeah, that part is done. We're about to do it on R2 now. Yeah, I just did the OSPF command on here. Now, these two should become neighbors here pretty soon. Just missed it, but they are now in the full state, so routing is now set. Now, we're going to use TFTP on R1 to retrieve the following file from server 1, this one right here. For our first TFTP command, this is the source. Then the flash is where we're going to save it to. Now we got to do the address or name of the host. I'll put the IP address of this server right here. Now we're going to type in the source file. Here goes the file. And that was it. We're about to accept it again. Now we're accessing it. Okay, so it timed out, but I think I know why. Well, I do know why. I already fixed it, but I did not have an IP address configured on here. That has now been configured, so we're going to give it another. We got it. Let's go. All right, there's what we are looking for, this file right here. And we have got to, this one up here. And we've got to boot the system. That way we can save that as our as R1's OS. And we're going to delete the old file from the flash. Here goes the boot system command. Again, there we go. All right, so what I just did was I saved it and I hit a reload after writing the memory. So now we just reset the memory in that file that we just downloaded from the server that is now our running configuration on this router. Now to delete the old file. There we go. Now we are about to use FTP on R2 to retrieve the following file from server 1. That same file from earlier. We're going to configure the FTP username and password. It says transfer will take about a minute. Then we're going to upgrade R2's OS, then delete the old file from the flash. Okay, so now I just configured the FTP username and password and hit the exit command. Now we are about to repeat what we did for TFTP, this time on FTP, and we're going to have to authenticate ourselves before we can do that. Okay, enter the correct commands, the IP address, and the file we're trying to reach, and now we wait for the process. Okay, so it said it was going to take about a minute. Now this right here was not accurate. 251 seconds is like 4 minutes. Bro, that was like 12 minutes. So, yeah, anyways, let's switch over this configuration and do what we got to do to finish this lap. Okay, so I just did the boot system command right here. After that, I hit the exit, write memory, and then I reloaded it, and that brought us all the way down here. Okay, so now we're deleting this guy right here. There we go. Appreciate y'all.